It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live here. I do, first in the day it's dark. It's like 5 o'clock. 5 a.m., 5 o'clock on the dot. Shout out to Usher. Look, y'all can see it's dark outside. You know, first man up, last man out. That's what we do. Anyways, I've been waking up a lot earlier, like naturally though. Like feeling renewed and everything. And it's interesting to see my progression with waking up has changed. My whole life has changed. Well, it's true though. But like I know I've been waking up a lot earlier, without as much resistance to it. A lot of us were very groggy, cranky, waking up grumpy and stuff. But me, that's transformed. I just learned just to wake up and get up, get out of bed, start the day, get some stuff done. But yeah, that's what I noticed. And it's interesting. Very interesting, but whatever, I'll find my way. Life is interesting, but at least I do have a few connections that mean a lot. It's just sometimes, man, life can be really a real big test of time, especially for those of us that are really going through some things, going through some alone time, some space, breakups, whatever, It's just tiring, you know what I'm saying? You just desire just peace and love. That's it, you know? Not all this drama, not people running away, not arguments. That don't make no sense. But whatever. We have to be cool with what we have and just find a way. I guess it feels like this whole waking up process, like especially waking up early in the morning, first in the day with I don't use no alarm clock. You know what I'm saying? So like it helps out a lot when I just wake up naturally, super early. You know, it's a big change. For real. I remember for a long time it'd be very hard. From before I was a vegan, from going to football practices and all these other things, school and stuff. Of course, I was still half asleep. Oh no. I was still half asleep whenever I woke up, But then recently, I would be getting up, but still, I would still be feeling a little sleep. But then recently, like as of maybe within the month or so, I just been waking up, especially the last 2 weeks. I just been waking up, real early with like naturally no alarm clock, and it's been working out, you know. So whatever. Still just gotta get stuff done. To be honest, like sometimes I do be procrastinating. Like and I mean, I consider it as just relaxation time just to recharge, to heal, to meditate, this and that. But then after a while, you feel like you gotta get onto a new project. And for me, I'm just looking to expand and just develop this brand. So that's what I'm looking to actually fulfill instead of keep putting it off. So I feel like that will help us get a little bit further, with brand expansion and whatnot. Because that's what I'm designed to do, is to grow the page, clean things up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful to see other, plant-based people, beautiful people older and further along their journey, like, I notice the little details of their profiles are like real clean and clear cut and stuff like that. And I like that. Because sometimes, to be honest, I'll be getting lazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like with the editing and stuff. But I'm becoming more accustomed to technology because a lot of times my hand or my eyes or my head will like start hurting because like the radiation. I don't really like being looking at it all the time. I'm like an old man, because I can feel it. And I know there's like glasses for blue light and like the screen protectors for blue light, and there's like little additions, extensions that you can put around your phone case to help out with like radiation. So that's what I'm realizing about that. So that'll probably help, but one step at a time. I'm ready for the day to be free. That's it. I'm ready for the day to be free. Real talk. Because I feel we're supposed to be really enjoying our life, freely. At least abundantly. And sometimes it's very frustrating. Sometimes it's very frustrating when things may not all the way be going your way. Like me, I don't know what I'm going through. I mean, being alone is a test of character and strength, to be honest. Because it's like, you got yourself in a position of being alone, or life allowed you to be alone. So, I've learned to be alone, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta embrace it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to embrace it. So, it is what it is. Sooner or later, I'm gonna be having stuff manifest while I sleep. For real, I'm determined. That's why I keep cranking all these videos because, you know, I'm going for the gold. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for the gold. Real talk. Real talk. At least have this up. You know what I'm saying? All the other stuff comes and goes. I mean, Instagram's cool. Snapchat comes and goes, People can download the videos. These videos have a long shelf life on here. So, I'm looking forward to that. But especially to, hear myself and whatnot. Being better. Being a better person. Improvements overall. But I guess it really just teaches us a lot more, you know what I mean? It just teaches us, hey, hold on a little bit longer, you know what I mean? That's what a lot of times it feels like, to be honest, like to be patient, even though it's hard. Because, I don't know, it still feels like there's some inner work or whatever. I don't know, I'm just ready to meet the woman of my dreams, to be honest. And I know I gotta build myself up for that. I know. I've got to be the perfect person to attract the perfect person. I understand this, I'm just saying I'm ready for it. At least as how I am. I don't know. Because honestly, it gets old. Drama, arguments, fights, pouring your heart out and for it to just get crushed. Like, that is so elementary school. For real. I came here to live in love, like for life. To create a family, to have children, That's cool. People can do whatever else they want to do. If they don't want to have children, they don't want to get married. That's cool, But I came here, I had a job to do, or a mission to fulfill, and the main part is to have a child. You know what I mean? So I don't know how the perfect way would happen, any of that stuff. It's just, man, nobody said it was easy. It's just, I value when I'm on the same page with somebody and it's not constant just bickering, toxic behavior, arguing, battling, fights. disagreements, resistance. Like, you know what I mean? That's why sometimes I be listening to my mentor's videos and like saving them, because literally some of the words help out so much. I know it's just words. People say, oh, it's beautiful words. Life ain't always beautiful, this and that. Whatever, man. Sometimes, just like Tupac says, you can make it through the night. There's a brighter day. Stuff like that. Just little stuff, words of affirmation can help us out. Why would you want to be down and depressed and miserable 24/7? You know what I mean? Who wants to do that all day, every day, sulking in their own sadness, moaning and groaning and just feeling sorry for themselves so deep and heavy, you know? I've done that and I learned we don't get nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a grown man, grown women, you know? We can still talk about problems or ideas or what we're going through, but these levels, not to go too low and too pent up into it, because there's some people out there that really going through that stuff. They got a massive mask, but I just been coming more into who I am, to be honest, because, like, I've been accepting myself and holding my ground, so that's that, you know what I mean? The biggest thing I was overcoming was just comparison, to be honest. Comparison amongst random people. And it really doesn't serve us, to be honest. It doesn't serve us. And I don't know, I'm still finding my way in the world, but I just desire and, I don't know, have faith or something, or somehow people come back into life or whatever. Like, my homie, he came back into life. So I can only pray, dream, and imagine that the right people will come, because I'm not trying to be chasing all the time or at all, you know. I'm just waking up next to someone. Like, I don't even know what that was. The relationship I'm just out of now. You know what I mean? I was dating her for about 9 months. We lived together for about 7 months. Intimate, romantic, love making, massages, all that stuff. Food making, massive help for each other financially, you know. Just amazing lovey-dovey stuff. And then what happens? After I drive 8 hours to drop her off at the airport, and that's it. You know, that was it. Just shows like she wanted to be away, to get away from me. You know. Then right, I was checking to see if she was gonna make it safe on the plane and everything. Of course, she takes that the wrong way. She blocks me, she ignores me, we get into arguments, we don't have nothing good to talk about. We don't have nothing good to say to each other. You know? Nothing good to say. It just starts an argument, literally, through the phone, over and over again. And it's like we had nothing to talk about, nothing good to say, nothing. And honestly, like, it was humiliating because that's how a lot of parts of the relationship felt like, to be honest. Like, there'll be many days where there's nothing to talk about, nothing at all to talk about. I come home and there's nothing to talk about. And there's arguments and fights because I'm just in a space with someone who is addicted to their phone and doesn't even want to put it down and talk and open up and talk about some deep stuff or whatever. And then after all the pressure's on me, and then it's just, I'm not having it. You know what I'm saying? I love the good times, the amazing, beautiful times, but those hard times, they really put up that mirror about what I've been through, what I don't want to live in life with, fights, argument, toxic people, toxic food, toxic behavior. I cherish the amazing memories the most, the love vibe, the love connection, the smiles, all that simple stuff. And of course, anybody would. That's all I dreamed of was just having that in a more consistent rate, prolonged for a long period of time. That's all a brother wants, desires. It's just a love, you know. But it like comes off as I need to keep working on myself, I guess, you know, because it just still ain't good enough for society. And I don't know what to expect, you know, because I already know this world. I ain't meant for this world at all. I'm meant to be traveling. I'm meant to be out in nature, you know, for real. Not stuck in the city. You know what I mean? I'll be making the most out of it, but I'm not here to be doing that for real. I'm not. I get it. We can do anything and be everywhere. I understand. But I'm talking about, you know, I'm ready for this financial stability and some love for real. Because it don't make sense when things just end on a bad note and there's no closure amongst anything. You know what I'm saying? When both people might be feeling bad or crappy inside. You know, both people honestly supposed to share the responsibility no matter what the situation is. Like, Lord willing, we'll be mature enough to somehow work things out, talk things out, whatever. I can only pray, you know, and praying, and you know what I mean. Praying, that's whatever I can only say, or imagine, or hope, or whatever the thing that they'll come back. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn, and like you don't control nobody. You learn people gonna do what they're gonna do. You learn that there's nothing you can do or say that's gonna bring someone closer to you. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe your parents are probably the closest people, like to me for sure, and probably to y'all as well. But then, like other people, you don't even control that. Even a so-called partner that you poured your heart out, your whole heart and everything. You know what I'm saying? Going all the way, 100% all the time about passion, about your love for them. Even sometimes you may be considered clingy or needy or whatever, but like to be honest with y'all, I would much rather have a partner that's clingy or a little bit needy towards me instead of someone who doesn't even care, instead of someone who is not grateful, who's not appreciative, who's taking me for granted. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather have someone who actually cares and values and appreciates my presence and celebrates me for who I am. It doesn't just make me feel bad, you know. And that's how I knew that it's not something personal. You know, I learned stuff, whatever. You know, so whatever. I'm over here alone. I've been said I'm over here. I don't control when people want to talk or not. You know what I'm saying? This person in a whole nother time zone and country with the phone that I helped her out with, you know, sponsor, whatever, you know. And I don't get nothing in exchange. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. You know, nothing but arguments, screams, fights, war, you know, and it's just like there's nothing good to say. When like and I will say pray for the day. I don't care, you know. I pray for the day. Somehow, some way, a miracle finally comes into my life because I've been working my butt off, doing stuff to work on myself, you know, to heal myself, and to serve, honestly, to serve the community. So I don't know how else to do it, you know. People want to sell you out. People want to get you to sell out to try to make it, you know. It's like you either got to sign a contract, play college, play college sports, and then sign a contract and be quiet, not really talk about what you want to talk about. It's like either you got to go work in a job in some office building all day, you know, make that sacrifice, or make your own stuff from scratch, like I'm attempting to do. Because I love to be outside in the sun and just in nature in general. Excuse me. And, you know, I love being free just to do whatever I want to do. So, like, it's that simple. And just to build my life and learn more about my life, what's been going on, and just a whole lot. You know, I like just this nature, adventure, exploration vlogging type of lifestyle. I'd rather have that, because to be honest, I stopped playing football a while ago, and all these other sports, they're all right, but I'm done with football. I like not being hurt and traumatized and hit all the time. That's just not for me. Basketball, it's not for me, to be honest. Like, it's all right, but it's not for me. I have a high resonance with weightlifting, bodybuilding, so I'm gonna keep doing that. The other stuff, if it comes, it comes. If it goes, whatever. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I'm figuring out, but it looks like just being an entrepreneur is the best route for me, to be honest, because there's no way I'm going to be waking up doing the same thing every day. Like, that is pure insanity right there. For real. I don't know how people do that. I don't even know how I was doing that for a period of time in my life. It's very hard to get over, very hard to get over. But I will. It's just y'all need people need to understand where people coming from. Like, there's all kinds of people that are on this social media influencing, social media marketers, social media entrepreneurs. I don't know what everybody's got going financially or whatever, but I know I see all types of people on it, so-called Latinas, so-called blacks, so-called whites, everybody. I see all the people in their so-called creed or color doing it, Just for those of us that are coming from, you know, in that work job mode, from a young age, that stuff is tiring. You know what I'm saying? They say get a job, get a job, get a job. But like, literally, if you gotta find a job or something that you really value a lot, and connects with you truly. Because most of these jobs I worked at, I felt super drained no matter what. And there's no saying, oh, you gotta stick it out, you gotta tough it out. Nah, that doesn't apply. Because I was doing everything. I'm talking about supplements to like workout supplements for mental health, for clarity, for energy, for focus, for all that stuff. I'm talking about plant-based nutrition, lifestyle change. I'm talking about caffeine and coffee and tea and energy shots and exercise and just pouring our hearts out, and like it's still draining. You know what I'm saying? Draining is draining. Like, you will get drained. You know what I'm saying? Draining is draining. So like, I don't know. There's honestly no going back, to be real. It's just, you gotta at least find something that settles a little, not settles, that sits well with you, and I learned at least something like doing deliveries with your car, whatever it is, that helps out a lot. I like that the most. Maybe being a postal guy, post office guy or girl, delivery package driver, delivery food, whatever, something like that. I like that the most because it's kind of like an independent work in a way. You're not just time bound. You're on your own clock. In some cases, not if you're postal worker. But even postal work, at least you're doing your route. You don't gotta worry about doing a whole lot. It's a simple task, a simple mission. You just dropping off the mail to the community, and then once you finish, you finish, So I cater towards that, towards where nurseries, where the plants and gardens are, and of course, just the ultimate dream is just to have our own stuff, So that's what I'm working to build up, simple things like getting Wi-Fi, and laptop investments, camera, headphones, and cleaning up for real, for real. That's what's gonna have to be done instead of just sitting around watching it. You know what I'm saying? Because I already see what's up. Like, I know living that streety, homeless life, whatever, that's not for me. I have to leave that behind in the past, to be honest, because I'm desiring to have some stability throughout my life and like to grow. I understand we only have this one life, so I'm looking to at least have the best of both worlds, like materially and spiritually, to be able to like acquire this, the monetary wealth to be able to go out into the travel and stuff, you know, exploration, and still be able to be taken care of, to still live civilized and not just to be isolated, caveman stuff, So that's honestly what I had to come to peace with, because a lot of times I felt like I just wanted to run away and not take responsibility, not be a man or whatever, run away from it, do some caveman stuff, whatever. But honestly, I've been through that, and it's not a service to me. So I don't know. Your boy just desires to be loved. So that's how I'm starting with myself first. So anyway, it's your boy Sky, broadcasting live